States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Almighty and everlasting God, who presides over all things in heaven and earth, come and preside over these deliberations so that those that make the decisions may be guided by your wisdom.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the December 18th work session, which will then be followed by a voting session.
Charlie's up. Council hasn't returned.
Good evening. I'm here for the mayor, who's unavailable tonight. So I'll go through our agenda. First item is a proposed resolution to appoint David Wilson, 15 Mallory Place, for the, Parking Authority of the City of Wilkes-Barre, term to expire December 31st, 2028. That's to fill the unexpired term Patty and Varsky, and as probably most everyone knows, they're moved down to be closer to their grandchildren, which is our age-driven issues for many people around here now. Dave is also serving on the land bank and has previously come before council for approval. So, as is usual in that circumstance, we didn't have Dave come here tonight, assuming council knows who he is and had already previously approved him for the other job. For the other commission, excuse me. Second is the usual end of December request for a resolution and authorization for a $3 million tax anticipation note. As council is no doubt aware, tax anticipation notes are, although they're technically debt of the city, they are merely cash flow issues so that the city has available cash before the tax bills start getting paid in early February in order to carry the city through for January. It's payable during the year. This year we've prepaid each quarter a bit toward it to save a little bit of the interest, and we anticipate we'll be doing the same thing next year just to save some interest, knocking down the principal. There were two banks that submitted proposals to the RFP request. The lowest is Fidelity Bank, so we're asking council to approve the resolution and note with Fidelity Bank in the amount of $3 million. The taxable rate for the year would be 3.5%.
Charlie, one note. You had mentioned you're going to, this year, but is this 1 year?
1 year, yes.
It's a 1 year term?
Yes, it is.
Okay, because you said you were going to pay prepaid a
Well,
portion
this year what we did was, in order to save a little bit of interest.
For December.
Yeah, we were paying each quarter some of what was owed. So the $3 million would go down a little bit, and we'd save a little bit of interest.
Okay.
Over the year, and hopefully we'll be able to do that again based on our cash flow. Any other questions on that? And last is the addition. I apologize for the lateness of that, but this just came together over the last couple of days, so that's why I was late getting there. But authorizing and requesting the mayor of the city of Wilkes-Barre to execute an articles of agreement for the Luzerne County Emergency Services Commission. That is a idea of the DA's that has been going around for several years to try to get coordination between multiple municipalities so that they can coordinate law enforcement services, including large scale responses that each of the municipality may have, and sharing resources, and also sharing, if grants come available, sharing an update of equipment and vehicles, etc. So the DA's been pushing this for several years, and several municipalities are proposed joining with Wilkes-Barre to form this.
Any questions on that? Okay. Thank you, Charlie.
Thank you.
Council presentations, Councilman Belushko.
Well, I just wanted to wish everyone a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, even though there's not many from the public here today. But we will see you all next year. Same place.
We don't.
Same people, different chairs though, musical chairs.
We'll confuse it by moving around.
That's all, too.
Thank you. Councilman Barrett?
No, I'm just excited to see this resolution about the intergovernmental cooperation. I think it's something that we really, really need to get behind 100%. Whoever came up with it, whether it's district attorney or whether it was us or whoever, all the member municipalities that are participating, they are to be commended. I know sometimes it's something that they may not want to do or we may not want to get into, but when things get a little bit difficult, it's nice to have this agreement already in place and ready to go, and you don't have to cut through any red tape at the last minute. So, great, wonderful. And Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to everybody here too, as well.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
Councilman Murin?
Yeah, to wish everybody Merry Christmas, and also there's a large pothole that needs to be taken care of. It's on the corner of Union and Main. I don't know if anybody saw it. Cars are actually going into the other lane to avoid it. It's about a 6-foot by 4-foot pothole.
6 foot by
Yeah.
4 foot?
Yeah, well, yeah, not deep, but I mean, it was already
Utility cut.
it was already patched once before, yeah. So if we could get that taken care of.
You got out measured.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yes, water. Yeah, and that's all I have.
Councilwoman McClay?
Yep, just a few things. Since we're wrapping up the end of the year, telephone poles, have we got an update as to when that second pole is ever going to be removed? I saw that the paving didn't happen that we had the list out for. Will that get pushed to spring? And then the last thing was the hospital. I saw that they are not going to give us a pilot. So Tim, I'm glad you're here. Can we charge them for services? Like every time the police go there for a call, are we able to charge every time the fire department goes for a call?
For certain limited things, but for the most part, no, as taxpayers, they're entitled to services.
But they're not taxpayers.
Well, I mean,
That's the problem.
located in the city.
Yeah. So we have no other options.
No?
Okay, that was my question. Thank you.
Did I read somewhere that their tax exempt status is being questioned by the county, or did I read?
A school district, I think.
They are.
And I would agree with that. I think it should be questioned.
Yeah.
I hope that they are successful in,
Me too.
I mean, we certainly don't want to lose the services of the hospital itself and all the employees and everything that they do provide for the city, but I agree with what you're saying.
Yeah. Anything on the telephone poles, paving? No? Thank you.
And they're the ones with the X's on them, right? Usually.
Well, the X's are probably gone, but yes.
Yeah.
I mean, previous X's,
Right.
yes.
That's ridiculous.
All right. No. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year,
Yes,
everyone.
everybody, Merry Christmas.
We're going
I forgot.
to break, and anyone who wants to speak, please fill out a form. Virginia, do you want to speak?
I must have misread something because
It's okay.
we started early.
Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible,
With liberty and justice for all.
Almighty and everlasting God, who presides over all things in heaven and earth, come and preside over these deliberations, so that those that make the decisions may be guided by your wisdom.
Good evening again. Welcome everyone to the December 18th meeting of Wilkes-Barre City Council. Will the clerk call the roll?
Mr. Barrett?
Here.
Mr. Belushko?
Here.
Mr. Murin?
Here.
Mrs. McClay?
Here.
Mr. Brooks?
Here.
Also in attendance is Controller Tony Thomas, Administrator Charles McCormick, City Attorney Tim Henry, Assistant City Clerk Tracy Smith, Administrative Assistant Lisa Sanfilippo. Good evening. Welcome to tonight's regular session. Please turn off all cell phones. Following are examples of some important council rules. They are not intended to be a complete list. Please adhere as closely as possible to the 5-minute speaker presentation time limit. No persons are allowed to address the council from beyond the rail, except the speaker at the dais who has the floor. Chairperson shall preserve order and decorum and prevent attacks on personalities. Chairperson shall determine all points of order. No persons except city officers or their representatives shall be permitted within the rail during any meeting without the express permission of council. Council kindly asks that the public please vacate the building within 10 minutes after the meeting adjourns. And finally, when members of the administration are speaking, please stand up and speak into the microphone. Anyone on pending?
Okay. Any comments on pending legislation or 3 items on the agenda? Yes, Mr. Troy.
Well, good evening. Commenting on the potential passing of the resolution concerning the TAN, and I'm disappointed the mayor is not in attendance. I know it's a council meeting and not an executive meeting, but I overheard a few comments Mr. McCormick made. There's an old epigram, a saying from Shakespeare's Hamlet, when an older man is giving advice to his son who's going on a journey, neither a borrower nor a lender be, which is, I think, sound advice, although, of course, we know that living in this day and age, it's impossible to do that, pretty impossible. And yet, on the other hand, I have certain questions here, and I urge council to reject this. On the one hand, I want to say I'm glad, I didn't realize this from past years. I'm commenting on, I'm sticking to the TAN, to the agenda here. In past years, I wasn't aware of the fact that this is separate from the regular budget, that they took out the resolution of the TAN to be approved separately from the budget. I'm glad that's the case. Yet, on the other hand, I'm disappointed that the city is poised to borrow this much money. And I'm also disappointed that, from what I understand, the specifics of the TAN have already been worked out, such as the source, Fidelity Bank, I guess it is, and the interest rate. I don't know what the interest rate is. Maybe somebody can clue me in. I assume the city got the bill. I mean, how could these details go forth without which I know is going to be automatic anyway, the approval of council? Just suppose, for the sake of argument, council rejected the resolution of the TAN, and all these specifics were worked out, Mr. McCormick, what would happen then? I don't know. Maybe you don't know either. I guess you'd have to go back to the bargaining table. I for one, I know this has been pretty much consistent in the past, where the city has been compelled, with the exception of a couple years there that Ms. Kane, sorry, Kathy Payne called my attention to, where the city did not take out a TAN. I guess it was during the Brown administration. But these were the years when we had the ARP money, something like $37 million. Now, from what I understand, there's not a dime of ARP money left. Was that a smart decision? I think this administration, Mr. McCormick, and you and Mayor Brown, who's not in attendance, and Mr. Sweats, the high-priced fiscal advisor, or whatever his title is, $100,000 a year, which is shameful enough in itself, and shameful that he and the other 2 people can't sit down and start from square one and look for cuts in spending and perhaps potential sources, like I propose, increases in revenue to compensate for the doubling of the sewer fee, and to compensate for this $3 million TAN loan. So what did I miss here? Why has the TAN gone up from 2 to 3 million? This is obviously a manifestation of some precariousness in the city's fiscal situation, is it not? Does any of this concern you 5 people? I mean, the city is not on solid financial ground, I don't think. So therefore, why should the city go further into debt, even though obviously TAN notes have been paid pretty quickly I understand when the taxes come in, usually. But now you're talking about another $1 million here compared to last year, and probably compared to past years as well. Is that smart fiscal policy, I ask you? I mean, can anybody answer me that? I mean, I have a picture of, maybe you should put this in your paper, a cartoon of Mayor Brown standing behind you, 5 people with a rope or something attached to your heads, and just saying yes to everything he says and suggests. What is in the city charter, Tim? Isn't there a section there where it says council has to go to the public for advice and consent? I guess maybe I'm in the wrong context there. I don't know, maybe they're supposed to go to themselves for advice and consent. But why, when Sam Troy says something, is it always ignored? It's not even commented on. We're getting hit. I mean, ask yourselves, what are the ramifications, the consequences of this increase in borrowing here? Is the city going out on a longer fiscal limb, taking more risk by taking on an extra $1 million? I don't care what the increase in expenses is. I don't care if the fact that revenues have dropped a little bit, I see. That you've got to go back to the bargaining table and make the proper decisions, the painful decisions to stop this excessive borrowing. So I would urge council once again to reject the passing of this resolution to afford the mayor and his administration to go forward with this TAN. I would like some comment or feedback on
Mr.
that.
Troy, the bank qualified fixed tax exempt rate for finance.
What's that, Tom? I can't.
You asked what the rate was, and it is 3.5%.
3.5%.
Correct.
Good to know. That's all the info you have for me?
Good question you asked.
What's the
Anyone else on
rationale
pending-
behind it? What's the
anyone-
rationale?
Cash flow to pay bills. Anyone else on pending legislation? Okay.
Okay, so we're going to take the 3 resolutions and the minutes as a consent.
Yep.
Everyone's okay with that? All right, we need a motion and a second.
Motion?
Motion by Mr. Mirren,
Second.
second by Mr. Belishko. Mr. Barrett?
Yes.
Mr. Belishko?
Yes.
Mr. Mirren?
Yes.
Mrs. McClay?
Yes.
And Mr. Brooks?
Yes.
That's all the business we have.
Okay. Any other presentations? Mike, you want to think anything else?
Nothing new since 10 minutes ago.
Thank you.
Good. Okay, not a problem. Public discussion. Sam Troy, you're up again.
I'm up again.
Yeah.
Where's the comments from council?
They did that during the works.
Missed it.
We already did
Missed
that.
it. Already
You came
did
in
it.
late,
I
Sam.
didn't hear anybody comment about
You
it.
weren't here.
You weren't here. Go ahead, Mr. Troy.
And the leadoff hitter, huh? Well, just let me say that I'm very disappointed in the vote on this 10, and I would like a full explanation. I have the copy of the budget with me here. I just happen to have it. And I don't want to hear anything from the mayor or Mr. McCormick regarding the situation in Wilkes-Barre Township, the rationalization of the fact that our sewer fee is doubling. And Mike, maybe you could pitch in and give us the rationalization for the Wyoming Valley Sewer Sanitary Authority fee going up till the point where by 2030 it's going to be doubled. The rationalization is being that, Wilkes-Barre Township is increasing taxes 64%. Aren't we lucky? We're only getting a doubling of our sewer fee. No, I don't want to hear that. Because $50 and the amount of money we're paying thanks to Mike's vote and Phil Latinsky and the other gentleman on the sewer authority has increased the burden tremendously, significantly on the average taxpayer. And I don't understand for the life of me. I'm the only one talking, but I don't get tired of talking about this. You know as well as I do, especially you, Mr. Mayor, in the Heights section. There are a lot of people, and if you don't believe me, there's about to be another food pantry giveaway. When is it, another day or two before Christmas? And you'll see that it's going to be a record amount of food given away and a record number of families looking for the food, despite what our chief executive in the White House says. Things are not so rosy out there, especially in Wilkes-Barre. There are a lot of problems here. I always ask you guys, can you give me perhaps a hierarchy of the problems here in Wilkes-Barre? And right now, we're basically, we could focus on violence, we can focus on homelessness, we can focus on environmental degradation and decline, but now we're focusing on the budget, because the budget has just been passed, and now all the citizens of Wilkes-Barre have to get ready to dig deeper in their pockets. It's not bad enough that we have the sewer increase, the sewer fee increase, and the stormwater fee, and we have now a doubling of the sewer fee. Okay, property taxes are not going up, but it's tantamount to a property tax increase when you double the sewer fee. For a lot of people, that amounts to, that $50 is a lot of money, that extra $50, and I don't care what discounts you're giving for early payment. If it's possible, I don't know if you can answer this, Tim. Is it too late? And maybe you know, Mr. Chairman, is it too late to tweak certain small nuances of the budget, perhaps giving senior citizens or people who are suffering economic hardship extra time, or maybe a 0.5% more discount off their property taxes, or this increase in the sewer fee, or possibly eliminate it altogether. Is that possible? Can it be tweaked now, or is it a done deal? To tweak to that extent, I mean. All right, I guess you're not going to answer me that either. I don't deserve an answer. I'm just a public citizen, right? A taxpayer. I'm the one who pays you guys I'm a taxpayer. I'm the one who pays you guys salary. Not just me, but of course, 40,000 or so other people pay. So I think I deserve an answer. But let me ask, getting to the specifics of the budget in the time remaining, there's so much waste here, and that's why this budget should not have been passed in its present form. At least eliminate that doubling of the sewer fee, because there's so much waste. I could tell you about new sources of revenue, but let's look at just for one item, the healthcare administration. Can anybody tell me, the mayor's not here, maybe Mr. McCormick knows. I see here in the health and welfare section of this budget, maternal and child health services, increase of, let's see, going from 116,000 to 123,000. What's the justification for that increase, Mr. McCormick? Do you know? If I'm married, if I have a kid, can I go to the health department for some, I don't know what this involves. There's no explanation. Maternal and child health service, just one small example. An increase, does this ever cross your mind to look at the specific line items here and see what the increases are amount to and how they're justifiable? I understand that the Public Health Administration going from $472,000 to $502,000. That's $30,000. That's not peanuts, is it? Suppose we cut that $30,000 out. We'd have $30,000 towards infrastructure or eliminating that sewer fee, right? Because he's going to raise, what, $500,000 from the increase in the sewer fee, something like that? Can anybody tell me how this whole health and welfare system is justifiable? Can you, Mr. Bear? Do you know what's going on down there? Will they give me a tetanus, what do you call, a flu shot or something? They will, for nothing? Oh, that's great. So that's worth the increase in the price here? Let me see what they're budgeting for that. Can I take an extra couple minutes and get a regulation and inspection? Now, that's probably important, but that comes to over $500,000. Communicable disease control from 300 and some thousand to an increase of about $20,000, almost 400,000. You mean to tell me that that's justifiable? Oh, my time's up. Okay, God forbid I should talk an extra 30 seconds. I guess nobody has any response. Nobody's going to put anything in the paper to get on the side of him, right? You want to pay the...
No, I can tell you. Communicable.
Tell me after the meeting. I can't hear.
That has to do.
Angel, I'm sorry, Angel. It's okay. Virginia Thomas.
Why don't you go up there and say something? Why am I the only one? Because what?
Hey, please.
Excuse me. Hi, I'm Virginia Thomas from Dana Street. I intended 2 meetings ago to get here to thank the council and the mayor, who I see is not here tonight, for the help with the mess on Dana Street. I sent a picture to Mr. Brooks the other day, last week. All the trucks and vehicles were back, all a mess. Done. They spent a week and a half. They did what they had to do, which they told me was the connection to the new lines.
Right.
Okay? And the next step would be the paving, which was fine. All the equipment's gone. I dare you to try to drive from one end, from Hazel Street to Park Ave on Dana Street today. And I don't know what it's going to be like tomorrow if we get that rainstorm that's going to come through. It's not good up there. I don't know what the delay is. Why? Why do we allow the utilities to continue to get away with this delay on these projects? This is since June that this has been going on. And I was told back then that probably wouldn't get paved until November. So when the crew came out last week, I thought, oh, okay, maybe this is the paving crew. No, we're still not hooked up to these lines that they put in June. Now, supposedly, we are hooked up, and the next step is for the paving. When that's going to be, I don't know, because all the equipment and all the workers are all gone again, and we just have the mess that's on the road. And like I said, we get that rain tonight and tomorrow, we're going to be floating. from Hazel to Park Ave. And there was apparently there was a fire on Hazel Street last night, and it deterred the traffic
100 feet.
coming up Hazel Street. They all had to come down Dana Street. There was nothing coming down Hazel, because I guess that's the section where it was. There sat cars, like a parking lot, from Hazel to Park Ave, because they couldn't get out off of Park Ave, and the condition of the road trying to get up there. I mean, it's, God forbid there's something happen, that they have to get down there. It's a mess.
Yeah, it's
But-
terrible.
So it's going to be weather dependent when they pave. Do you have any?
Well, I'm sure of that.
You can't even drive down this street. It looks like a back road to Shikshini. It's
It
bad.
it
It does.
It does. I'm
It's
not
terrible.
No offense to
gonna.
Oh, no offense to Shikshini, but, you know,
There's
you know,
trucks
I'm not looking to go to a
coming,
fishing
which
hole.
makes it even worse.
Sure,
You
people
know?
in Sick City believe
It
this.
is. It's terrible. I'm telling you, on your way home tonight, fellas, just
Yeah.
take a ride. Go up Hazel Street and turn on Dana and try to get to Park Ave and see what kind of condition that road is in. It's bad.
It's all rocks. It's all rocks, right? Yeah, I'm down there 3-4 times a week.
Yeah, it's almost as bad as it was before the last issue.
Right, and I had to go down the one-way street, like,
Right.
one way, as you were
Yeah.
saying, to pick my
I
daughter
had to
up.
park the other day, I had to park up on Hudson Street, and I had groceries and stuff with me. So I have this little milk crate thing with a handle that I use to take my groceries when I have to do that. The workers were great. They saw me coming, they saw me trying to get over the ice and everything. They came and they put my cart up on the porch for me. It was very nice, okay? But look at the condition of my street. That's no reason for that. That's ridiculous. These utilities should not be allowed to, we should not allow the utilities to get away with treating their clients or treating their customers this way. It's not right. It's not right. Maybe we should stop paying our water bill until they fix it. I don't know, but that's my thought. Thank you for listening again.
Thanks for coming, Mrs. Thomas. I'm so sorry you have to come again.
Working on it.
Gas company who's doing all this.
It's water.
It's water, it's the water.
Can't even drive down there.
Stuff.
My guess, ma'am, would be, I know they're doing Horton Street, and they're done with Horton Street, but they're doing Hanover Street now, the water company. Might replace some water lines and such.
Well, that's supposedly all done.
My point being, and Hanover Street's not done, and neither is Horton. What they're gonna do is they're gonna pave them both once they finish Hanover. So my guess is once they finish Hanover, they're gonna pave them both, like I said, Hanover and Horton. And then maybe they'll do Hazel at the same time, while they have the equipment and the blacktop.
Maybe.
Unfortunately, it won't be in the time we want.
On the way tomorrow, the storm is coming. Don't mean to give you a hard time.
No, I know.
It's aggravating.
I hear you.
I hear you. Any other comments for, go to the order?
Nope, everybody have a nice holiday.
All right, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Here, catch.
Whoa.
All right,
See you next year.
see you next year.
Happy New Year, everybody. Maybe some of you guys could pay my increase in my